Let's go to New York City, but as a passenger. So bad. I just spent about 10 minutes trying to brush through it to get the worst out. Doesn't help, I guess, the dry air in the plane has probably dried up my scalp even more. So if you see like little speckles in my hair, it's not dandruff, it is literally just my scalp peeling from San Francisco. But welcome to New York City. I don't really have any plans. I mean, what's new really? I tend to say that at the start of my vlog and then I make plans. It totally depends on how I feel. Plus I like to wait till I get here, sort of see what time our pickup is, just so I know how much of the day I have on my hands. And we do have quite a long time tomorrow. We don't get picked up until well into the evening, so loads of time. Because I've done everything in New York, I pretty much have free reign. I can just go and do things again if I want to. I can go do some shopping, which I probably will do. I think it's just a given. Normally my routine is like Sephora, Bath and Body Works, sometimes just have a walk around and see what other shops I can find. That's usually my routine, and just to go to some of the nice parks here in New York City because there are many. Plus it's peak summer now. The weather is so humid it actually hurts, so I don't like to be outside for a crazy amount of time. I'm just gonna see how tomorrow goes. We'll see how this vlog plans out. I really don't know. I think because my trip last week to San Francisco was so hectic and busy, I just need to balance that out with a bit more of a mellow trip. I actually had a really lovely flight tonight, very different to normal. And if you are a little bit confused, so basically I said at the start of the video that I was flying to New York as a passenger, which I did, and you guys know me as being crew, so I'm supposed to work the flight, not be a passenger. So one of the perks of being cabin crew is we do get to do a sector every now and again that's called a positioning sector. So that basically means, in a nutshell, that you fly as a passenger just to meet operational needs. So I could go into many reasons as to why we need to do that. But I guess a few, just to make it easy for you guys to understand, is if we have a couple of crew that are in a particular destination that fall ill and can't fly home, we then go out as positioning crew to make up for those crew that have fallen ill, just so then the flight can go ahead. So yeah, it's very complicated, even complicated for me to understand sometimes, but that's it in a nutshell. And it's a very exciting thing that we do get to do every now and again. I have to say, I didn't actually position on a flight until maybe 2 years into flying, so it can be very infrequent. But lately I have been very lucky and privileged to do it quite a few times, quite a few short haul, but this is my first long haul positioning sector that I've done in a long time, so it was very nice and very enjoyable. I managed to watch almost 2 films. So I watched Venom, Let There Be Carnage. That was one film I've wanted to see for so long, and Vic watched it last week on the flight, said it was good and it was really funny. I really like the Venom series, so I watched that. I also watched most of House of Gucci, again another film I've wanted to watch for so long. I always walk past in the cabin and see people watching all these films and think, yeah, I do want to watch that one day when I get the chance. And I watched up until about, I think, 20 minutes before the end, and then we landed and the entertainment shuts off, so I couldn't watch the rest. But I really enjoyed that as well. 2 really good watches. There was loads of films on there, to be fair. We do get updates, I think it's every month, so there's always new stuff to watch, and we always get some of the new releases too. Aside from that, I didn't really feel the best before I got on the plane. So as I was driving into Heathrow, I could feel my head kind of going a bit funny, as if a headache was brewing, and it was. Got on the plane, I felt horrendous, full on migraine. I took tablets, they didn't work. Normally they do, but they just didn't. I thought maybe I need to eat something and have something to drink. Didn't work either. I let that sort of simmer for a few hours in my stomach. Felt horrendous, and it is my time of the month, so that also I think is a symptom of that, is migraines. So yeah, I just wasn't having the best time when I first got on the plane, so I thought, do you know what, best answer to this is to just sleep. So I did. After I watched Venom and had my dinner, I went to sleep, slept for about 2 hours I think. Felt okay when I got up, had some cheese and things just to line my stomach again, had some more water. Then started watching House of Gucci, and then fell asleep about an hour and a half into that. Had another hour rest, and then I woke up to the lights going up because the second meal service was happening. Had a panini, just to have something to eat before I got off the plane, so I wasn't hungry when I got here. That didn't work though, because I'm hungry now, but that's another story. But yeah, then I got myself ready to get off the plane, and I do feel a whole lot better. My headache has gone now. So I think, yeah, it's purely just a symptom of my time of the month, and it is crap. Another symptom I seem to be getting with my period is dizziness. It's horrible. It tends to be on my first day. My very first day of my period is the worst. I get really bad cramps. I get headaches. I get dizzy. It was not good, like to the point where I feel like I'm going to be sick. Like, it's that bad. But after that, it's fine. It's literally just the case of dealing with the rest of the week, and then it's fine. But it's just that first day, getting through that, and then obviously the odd headache every now and again, which I've just experienced. So that was great. Not the best timing, because I really wanted to enjoy the flight, which I did as much as I could, but I didn't really want to sleep as much as I did, because now I'm wide awake, and it's like 5:15 in the morning at home, which, to be wide awake at that time, is a bad story. So I think I'm just gonna continue watching a bit of Selling Sunset, a series I've been really into. Like, I really didn't think I would be. I really struggled to get into it, but now I'm into it. I can't stop. It is an issue. So I'm gonna watch that, and we'll see what we get up to tomorrow, and I will keep you updated like I always do. That was the quickest night's sleep ever, and I woke up feeling really groggy. And if you're traveling and you want one tip, which I find that works for me with feeling a little bit jet lagged and gross, open the windows, get some daylight in, whether it's sunlight or just normal daylight with overcast cloud. Just get the windows open. It makes you feel a whole lot better. For some reason, it works for me, and yes, the first thing I do every single morning. If you couldn't tell from my vlogs, because I do love a curtain opening clip. I somehow managed to pull all of my clothes out of my suitcase. Like, it's empty, because I just couldn't decide what to wear. Everything I was putting on, I hated. But when I was packing it at the time, I thought, yeah, that'd be lush. Yeah, it's why I hate packing, because my feelings always change, and I'm just never happy with what I pick. Yeah, bye. Well, my first stop is Sephora. It's been a while, not really, but I'm obsessed with makeup at the moment, and I need to feed the obsession. It does kind of creep me out a little bit how they build high rises. That just does not look stable at all. Thank you.
Sephora bag actually matches my outfit today. It wasn't intentional, but it looks good. But I'm about to ruin it with an Ulta bag. I wanted to try and get out before it started to get really humid, which it really is now. The earlier the better. But I'm looking for a Starbucks, and every time I'm looking for a Starbucks I can't find one. And me and Vic had the exact same issue in San Francisco. I'm not being funny, there's tons, especially in this city. I just can't find one. See, look, the Ulta bag just ruins the vibe. Not good. I have come into Target because Vic has run out of hot sauce, and they do a giant jar of hot sauce in here somewhere. I'm down the toy aisle. That's not where I want to be. I'm gonna try and find it. Oh, that's not the biggest one they do. That is so irritating. Don't really want to be running around New York City trying to find hot sauce. I also still haven't found a Starbucks either. Maybe I should just get a drink in here and then I'll probably find one, to be fair. I think I'm just going to have to go for this one. These are 3 of the most random things that I've ever picked up in Target. Hot sauce, toothpaste and a flannel. As I just said, hot sauce for Vic, toothpaste for my liquids bag that's slightly bigger as well compared to the travel ones we get at home, so that's great. And also a flannel, because if you saw in Sephora, I got a tiny oat cleansing balm from Inky List, a 50ml one, which is perfect for my liquids bag. And I want my own flannel so I can take the mask off with without using the hotel ones and ruining the hotel's flannels. So that's like $2.50, perfect. I was looking at like actual makeup sponges and things to remove your makeup with in Ulta and Sephora, but I'm not paying $10 when I can pay $2.50 to do the same thing. You can kind of see in the very far distance the Flatiron building, and we go back to what I said before about pretty much most landmarks since COVID are under construction. Like even that building, what does that need doing to it? I guess a bit of maintenance, but it's just something I've noticed a hell of a lot in quite big cities that I go to. Is a lot of big landmarks like that are under construction still. Well, we're here. Let's pop into Grand Central Station. It's been a while since I've been in there. Didn't buy anything. That was good. I'm gonna do a very quick what I got on my outing. I think I kind of roughly showed you in the clips, but I'll show you individually. So Olaplex number 3. Been meaning to get that for so long and I could never justify the price, but got some birthday money, so it went on that. Also, my birthday money finally went on the Rare Beauty liquid blush. I found a shade which is Grace that I thought suited me, so I got that. Also the mini oat cleansing balm, which I'm so happy I saw that. Ulta, I got 2 brushes, so one is for highlighter and powder and the other is for concealer. I just want to try putting on concealer with a brush. To go along with the concealer brush, I bought a mini Tarte Shape Tape to try. Don't know if this is going to be my shade, but I'll try it later, and I'll try it with the brush to see if I like it. I've been wanting for the longest time the Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm liquid blush, but it's so expensive, like so expensive. And I saw on TikTok that there is a dupe with Revolution, kind of, I think, version of that. So I got it. It's this one. It is in the colour Divine Dark Pink. So it's, yeah, it looks like that. You can kind of see the shade in there. I'm going to try that also later, so I will show you a little example as to what all of this looks like. Toothpaste, that's boring. Hot sauce, that is boring. The flannel, That's even more boring. I also got another Dream World Coca-Cola. Really liked it when I tried it in San Francisco with Vic. Still haven't worked out the flavour. I'll let you know what I think later, whether I figured it out or not, because I don't know. The final place that I stopped off at is a little, I guess, independent ramen place called Oki, which is just around the corner from the hotel. So I got a little chicken ramen to have. I don't know, I was really feeling sushi, ramen, poke bowl, something like that. I mean, what's new there? I tend to go for sushi as a safe option, so yeah, that's exactly what I did. So I got my ramen. I think that's the ramen juices, so I'm going to put that to one side before I spill. I've got chopsticks, so I don't actually need to use my plastic ones, and also a very deep ramen spoon. And my ramen. Oh, this looks so good. Look at that. That looks so yummy. Let me smell it. I like how they've put the broth separate to all of the veggies. That smells so good and so fresh and just what I need. It's still really early as well. I was planning to be out a little bit longer than I was, but it's just so hot. It gets unbearably hot as it gets to midday, so I just couldn't cope. I even thought about taking this ramen up to Central Park and eating it there, but I just couldn't. My back's hurting from my period. Again, another symptom I seem to get lately is back pain, lower back pain. And yeah, I was too hot, so I just had to come back, and I'm gonna eat it here. Maybe I'll pop out again soon and just have another little wander rather than just spending my afternoon sat down in this room. But this is me we're talking about, so we'll see. I'm not gonna make any false promises. I am really scared to do this. I probably shouldn't be doing this on my bed, but I want to eat comfy. That smells lush. Right, it's really hot too. Okay. Let's get a better setup. That just looks so good. Peak food coma has been reached. So that ramen was quite big. I'd probably say about similar size to a Wagamama's ramen. Amazing. Loved every second. But I got to near the end and there was only a tiny bit left, and I thought I may as well finish it. So I did. And there's me thinking that I'd have some to take on the flight later. Like, who am I kidding? But I'm just gonna like sit here and wait for the food coma to pass, I think, because I actually feel so uncomfortable now. And maybe I'll go out for a little sweet treat later on. I want Ben & Jerry's. So I'm gonna get Ben & Jerry's. I probably shouldn't because I'm not actually that hungry, but I don't know if you guys feel the same. Like, you have a savoury side of your stomach and a sweet side, and my savoury side is not hungry, but my sweet side is, so I need to fulfill that craving. I'm such a foodie, if you didn't already tell by at least once a video complaining about either I'm hungry or I'm craving something. Right, I think it's time to get a nap in because I'm feeling blimmin' tired. Okay, let's go and get ready. Felt like I just blinked and now it's time. Can we just take a moment for the Shape Tape and also the Revolution liquid blush? Just did a TikTok review on it and I love it. I think it might be my favourite makeup product that I have probably ever bought in terms of it being a dupe. Definitely recommend to go and get it, but I'm really happy with my makeup. I look very wide awake and I hope it gives that illusion in the flight home tonight because it is a night flight. Anyway, I've got to go now, but I will see you on my next trip.